Welcome everybody watching Chilling with Kwaksy, and I go by the name of Kwaksy. Well, as you all know that today is the 16th of June, and as you saw on my IG, it is Youth Day Chronicles. So I don't want to say Happy Youth Day because a lot of people actually died in this day. So but just so you know, it is the June. It is June 16th. Yeah. Today we are talking with Unomonde. You might have seen her. Yep. You might have seen her here. So we're gonna be talking about career choices as we are the youth of everywhere. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about career choices and what if your parents don't support your career choices or any choices for that matter. Yep. So right now we're gonna be chatting with Miss Nomonde. Well, we're gonna wait for her to go live with us. But just so you know, you can actually ask her any question. Yeah, you can just post it and then we'll ask Miss Nomonde for you. So while we wait for Miss Nomonde to get in on the chat with us, yeah, I'd like to. Oh, okay. Let me get her on. As I said, hi guys, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, and hello, my goodness, look at you. You look amazing.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is my line clear?
Yeah, it is clear. I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I just had that Mother Day. You know how crazy it is when you have a child.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish I knew how to tie a headband like that.
it's bad hair day.
But I love how you tied your thingy. It's so cool.
Thank you.
I
Thank
wish
you.
I
I
could do
try.
that.
It's very easy. It's very easy.
Trust me, I don't know, like it would go west, east, and south if I were doing that. But so welcome to Chilling with Kwaksy. It's another day. It is the 16th of June.
A big day.
Yeah, yeah, I used to say yes, perfectly. Well, as you know, the topic today we're tackling what if your parents don't support your career choices or any choices for that matter. So, what is your intake in that?
Sometimes we do find parents who don't support their kids, and sometimes we just make wrong choices, and then we say our parents are not supporting us.
Yeah,
So today, just me and him. So you're gonna see him a lot.
I know. I see the cuteness. It's speaking in. Hello. The youth of today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were telling us.
No, okay. When I went to Howard, I studied
Yeah.
psychology.
Yeah.
And then from psychology, I figured that there's something called industrial psychology. Then I did industrial psychology. How many parents know industrial psychology? And how many parents think industrial psychology has jobs?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not our parents not wanting to support us or not supporting us. It just takes time for us to sit down with our parents and make them understand our career choices and why we take those career choices.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't stop smiling. He's so cute. Well, yeah, that is so like it is so true. As you say, like I feel like with whatever decision you have as a person or as you have to like have a talk with your parents, you know, so that you guys are on the same page. Because that's what happened with me. Like I had to talk with my parents and tell them about this, that I wanted to be a radio presenter and stuff. So now they actually understand. They actually like they're the ones that actually push me to actually continue, you know, like being a radio presenter and stuff. You know? So I feel like it's better for you to have a talk with the parents and don't think it's that they don't support you and stuff. Just be on the same level with them. Make everything okay. Hi guys, hi
Yeah.
Kwanele. Yeah. So like we're talking about like what else you know, career choices and you know us as kids not wanting to um have a talk with our parents and be like, you know, this is what I want to do. So let's just be on the same ground level and do this.
Yes. Sometimes, it takes some time before you realize that your child is growing. So for me, since it's like 3, so everything is just still new, everything is still cute and stuff. But then as we grow, or as the kids grow, parents don't feel like their kids are grown enough. They feel like they still need to be held, and they still, they still cannot make decisions on their own. So it really takes some time for a parent to realize that their kids are grown enough to make life decisions on their own. And then when it comes to making career choices, remember we got to varsity at the age of 17 or 18.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for you as a parent to think that a 17-year-old can really make a career choice. And especially since some of us went to varsity and we changed. Yeah. And some of the things that we find in varsity are the things that we never thought existed before we went to varsity. So you go to varsity to do law because, we've always known that they are lawyers. But then there are some careers that we did not know exist. Like anthropology. So you go to varsity to go and do law. Now you realize when you're in varsity, there's something called anthropology, and I feel like it suits me better than law. So you now move to anthropology. Do you think your parents are gonna support that? Because anthropology, even people in varsity don't even know there's something called anthropology. So it becomes very difficult when a parent does not even understand the term. So for him or for her to support you when you're taking that career choice is very difficult. So communication is the key. Like in anything else, communication is the key. And at the same time, as a child, you need to listen to your parents because sometimes they know better. Yeah, like they always say, mom knows best. So sometimes they know better. And even if you feel like your parent does not know the careers that are out there, maybe sit down with your parent and say, Ma, if you look at me or since I stay with you, which are the things that you feel like I am good at? So ask your parents your strengths and your weaknesses, because when your parent tells you your strengths, they mean it because they know you best, and at the same time, they look out for you. And when they tell you your weaknesses, it is the same thing. So you take your strengths according to your own knowledge, and you match them with your strengths according to your parents' knowledge, and then you see where you both match, and then you choose career according to that. So now you come back and you say, Ma, you said I have a bubbly personality, and for a radio personnel, you need to have a bubbly personality, and that's why I'm choosing radio as my career. And if your parent wants you to be a doctor and yet you're very scared of blood, then you can tell them, "Good mom, as much as you want me to be a doctor, and as much as I would like to do something similar to that, but then I'm very scared of blood. My marks for math and science are very good. So the next thing that is closer to being a doctor without touching blood maybe is a pharmacist. So I have chosen to do pharmacy instead of being a doctor."
Yeah. So like as you said, having the talk. Sometimes you may talk to your parents because that's what others have experienced. They never talk with their parents, but your parents don't actually understand. You know, like then what do you do? You know,
Um,
has to be made.
So most people, I think we've heard the story from celebrity. They just run away from home.
No,
I'm not advising that people do that, but then, if you know what you want and you feel like what you want is gonna work for you, you go ahead and you do it. And then later on in life, you come back and you say, "Ma, these are the results of doing A, B, and C."
Yeah.
So when your parent does not believe in your dreams, rather go and talk to someone that you feel like would understand. In varsity, there are counselors, psychologists. Then you go and sit down with someone, and then you tell them what you want to do. And when you talk to a person who's not your friend, they become very objective about whatever you say. So if you talk to such people, they would they would assist you in making the right decision.
Yeah.
So so sometimes it's just best to do whatever, and then if you feel like you're gonna get the best result, and then later go and tell your parents, "Ma, I went on with the decision that you said I shouldn't, but then now it's paying off."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No running away. No running away.
Not running away, because when you run away at the age of 18, imagine running away at the age of 18. Where are you gonna get money?
True. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, where are you gonna get money to buy your first meal? Where are you gonna sleep and stuff? So not running away. Just go to varsity and do something that your parents did not advise you to do, that you really feel like would work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, wow. All right. Good words. Because as you know, it's youth day. So like in terms of like making decisions, making the right decisions, or making the wrong decisions in order to learn. What is your intake on that?
I think as parents, maybe the younger parents are learning this. Because for me, I look at my son and he has his own personality, and sometimes I feel like it's very different from mine, and it's very different from his father's. And like, we are. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't understand anything about soccer. His father is not very much into sports, but from the age of 1, he was already following soccer. He was already learning how to play soccer and stuff. Now he's 3, so he still watches soccer. He watches, Super Strikers, the cartoons, and from there he goes and watches like the real soccer. So so it's just learning. Sometimes your child is not gonna be like you. So letting your child explore whatever he wants to explore his personality, and just letting them be. So as much as I know, he would have to have a degree, but then I'm very open to him being anything that he wants to be. So sometimes it's just knowing that your child is not going to be like you, your child is not going to be like their father, your child has his own personality. Just try and mold that personality and let it shine when it wants to shine.
Oh wow. Wow, wise words, wise words. And it's so true. And you know, because we get people who actually doing something that they don't like and they don't feel comfortable in doing, because of, things like this, because they don't want to speak out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
like
for me, I'm very open. Yeah,
yeah,
I think it goes with education as well.
yeah,
Not education, varsity education, just education, learning from other people.
people, yeah,
Um, yes, and seeing how each and every career works. Because
yeah,
seriously, I think when we were in high school, when I was in high school, we used to be told what science pays the most. Does
yeah.
it? Does it? Yeah. So
I mean, like as we grow older, we learn things. So yeah, I don't think so. I feel like, with work, I feel like you should do something that makes you, when you wake up, you're like,
happy.
oh my word, I'm going to work. Yeah, like that's life. Like seriously, you should do something that makes you happy to actually wake up and think about whenever you going back to sleep. You were like, ugh, tomorrow is gonna be another day. It's gonna be so cool. So yeah, like I feel like it should be like that, in
Yeah.
whatever you're doing or whatever choice or situation you are dealing with, and you have to like make decisions and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah. And,
yeah,
when you look at different careers, because, sometimes in varsity we have to do that.
yeah,
From time to time, I would go and search for different careers just to send some to the students so that they
yeah.
can see how different careers pay, what is required for different careers and stuff. Like
Oh
when you
yeah,
check, the start is almost the same. So whether
oh
you do
yeah,
science or you do accounting or you do whatever, the start is almost the same. You just have to work harder for you to earn more.
yeah.
Yeah.
True. And as you know, like we've been talking about this, it is June 16th. I've been saying this over and over and over. It is the 16th of June. Here in South Africa, we call it Youth Day, where a lot of children or students, actually, rather, fought for their education. And
Education.
yeah, yes, and some of them lost their lives. So, like what does that mean to you, like as Unomondi right now? Like you are a
Um,
lecturer, molding the
the main
future.
thing is to not waste time
Yeah,
as a young person. So we're not all gonna be rich because of education.
yeah,
Education pays you a living and stuff. So
yeah,
people in businesses earn way more than people who are educated. But there are very few of those people who can make it without education.
yeah,
So back then in 1976, they had lots of challenges that we don't have right now.
yeah,
Yet they went out there to fight for education, of which they
yeah,
did not really enjoy because a lot of them died on that day. And for us, sometimes we just have to do a bit to honor them. So
yeah,
go to school, get educated, um, only leave school when you feel like you have made it, and not say, I'm not going to go to school, I'm just going to
yeah.
go and be a business person.
Go back on.
Okay.
So to reconnect. Okay. Well, yes.
So it's your line, not mine.
Yeah, it was me. Okay, wait. Somebody keeps on calling me, so we're back. We're back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's about, today is about honoring the people who died for our education.
Yeah.
Please, Nunus. Please. Ozang ma'am. So he's being a bit of,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, he wants me to take off this dog.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were talking about honoring. You were talking about
Yeah,
honoring God.
like if you have no reason to leave school whatsoever, just
Yeah.
stay at school. Yeah, if you have no reason, just stay at school.
Yeah.
And think about the people who fought for your education. Think about your parents and making them proud at some point.
Yeah.
So unless you have a very clear reason to leave school, stay at school.
Definitely, yeah. So, you know, like are you okay now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, cool. Because you know, like a lot of people have been talking about, oh, we should celebrate June 16. But how can you celebrate when people actually lost their lives? So I feel like saying we're actually honoring them. I feel like that's a better theme than just saying we are celebrating Youth Day. Or we should be like saying we are honoring Youth Day.
And
Okay, while we're still waiting for Miss Nomonde to come back, the network keeps on buffering. As you all know, you can ask questions, and thank you so much for you guys that have joined so far. Hello, 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 hello. We're back. Yes.
okay. Okay. So right now we're living in a very interesting time.
Yeah.
A time that we never expected. Where everything just had just come to stop. We've been seeing many businesses closing, companies closing, and we're seeing a lot of people losing jobs. And you know which people are losing jobs the most?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with a bit of education, when times like these come, you'd be safer than a person who did not go to school.
Yeah.
Or who left school and get break. When we talk about those things, yeah, good. You'd be in a better position than a person who left school early. And unfortunately, people who don't have imisebenzi that what do I say?
Yeah.
That pay more usually have more responsibilities. So with a bit of education and just thinking, honoring people, and yeah, it's a difficult day, Shame.
You guy.
It's a difficult day.
Yeah, like you're saying.
Yeah, so please, for these days, because when something happens, chances are it will happen again. So for everyone, we need to just do it for days like these. And another education that we don't really talk about is the education that happens at home, and the education, like financial education and stuff, because we've seen ukuthi when times like these come, imizi eminingi go hungry. So we need to talk about it more than just academic education. We need to talk about social, life skills education, because in life skills, that's when we even talk about budgets and stuff. So people need to be, we don't just need to be academically educated, because even that sometimes fails when it comes to things that you were not taught of even at home. So it helps. So people need to look out for more than just the education that we always talk about.
Wow, wise. Sometimes you may have the academic education, but without the, so like see, it's wise words. Like I want to ask you another question. What does, I know you are a grown up, but like with students, like what being a youth here in South Africa?
Okay, in South Africa, you are youth until you turn 35. So I still qualify. I know in first world countries, youth ends at 24.
24,
so
25,
and 24, 25, somewhere there. So fortunately here I'm still counted as youth. So unfortunately in South Africa, there aren't a lot of opportunities for young people. And most opportunities are for the people that are degreed and stuff. Even those are failing at the moment. I know I have a friend who that we did the undergrad with, and she's still not employed. So in South Africa, being a youth, I think, is tougher than in other countries. So we have very little opportunities, but then at the same time, we are able to create our own opportunities. So as much as when we compare ourselves to the first world countries, we'd look like people who don't have opportunities. But then when you count people who come to South Africa for opportunities, it just shows that there are opportunities. You just have to try and be able to position yourself in the right spaces. So being a youth in South Africa means you have to work very hard.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to work very hard.
My goodness. Thank you so much, Ms. Nomonde. Do you have any parting words, any last words?
So guys, into ebalekile is to know yourself, know what you want, respect your parents, and go out there and grab opportunities as they come. And go out there and look for opportunities, because they do not come endlini uhleli ubuke TV. No, they don't come like that. You have to go out there, socialize with people, and it's best when you do these things on your own, when you do not have someone or busy or don'tsayo and stuff. So just go out there, mingle with people, even if you feel like khona into ongayidingi from people, but you still listen, because an opportunity can come la ungalindele khona. Even in parties, I've seen people starting business deals in my party. So yes, so opportunities come nomila. For as long as you're with people, chances are you might find yourself also sentlandleni. You never know.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ms. Lumpide. Like wise words, truly indeed. And thank you, Little, for joining us.
Yeah, no, it's been a crazy one, Shane. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Until next time, we don't say goodbye because we might see you again.
Yeah, thank you. Until next time, bye.
Bye. Bye, Milo.
Bye bye, Nuno.
Bye bye.
No, he's not willing to say anything. He just wants to look at you and yeah.
I can come on. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Monday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Oh wow, guys, thank you so much for joining today's episode of Chilling with Kwaksy, where we were conversing with Miss Nomonde, talking about career choices and what it means to be a youth here in South Africa. Yes. So guys, it's that time of the day where we have to say goodbye and God bless. But let me tell you what, as you know, it is double the Tuesday, double the fun. We are still gonna be here at 9 o'clock, chilling with Kwaksy. 9 o'clock, where we're gonna be conversing with the one at Terabyte. Yes. So on the later episode, we'll be talking about gender-based violence, and but do Zwagala at 9 o'clock because it's gonna be fun. So guys, I'm gonna see you later on today at 9 o'clock, IG live, same place but different time. So guys, thank you so much for joining us, for joining me on Chilling with Kwaksy. Until next time, bye bye. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be posted there. And of course, please follow me on my Instagram. It's at @kwaksy_. And yeah, have a good one.